If your social security check is missing, if your due date has come and gone, and your money is still not in your account, there is a problem. And I have 3 steps you need to take right now in order to restore your social security benefits. Let's get into it. But the first thing I want to tell you is that there's also been a recent change by the Social Security Administration that is impacting millions of government beneficiaries who are getting their check by mail. So, if you're one of those people that has been getting your social security check by mail, I want to talk about that because there is a reason why your check is no longer being mailed is because the government has stopped issuing checks. So I'll tell you what to do. But for everybody else that has been getting electronic payments, but all of a sudden your payment has stopped, I'm going to tell you the steps you need to take right now in order to get that fixed. I am Kwame Kwade. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. I create content on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other personal finance topics that affect seniors. So if you are new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Do me a favor, go into the comments and let me know your city and your state because I like to know where you guys are watching my channel from. Now, if you've been watching my website, my YouTube channel for a while, thank you for returning. I am glad you're here. We have a lot to cover, so let's get into it. So, if your social security check goes missing, if you were expecting direct deposit and it never came in, here is what you do. The first thing you need to do is to not panic because there are specific steps you need to take to troubleshoot this to make sure that you can figure out exactly what's going on. So let's talk about it. The first thing you need to do is make sure that it is not a holiday because sometimes specific checks that fall on a holiday are deferred to the day before. And so if you're on SSI benefits or you're getting Social Security and SSI and your due date is on a holiday, then check to make sure that that has not disrupted your social security check. Usually if it's a holiday, they send the money the day before, the weekday before. And so if it hasn't come in the weekday before, then it means that something is wrong, and that leads me to the next step you need to take is to check with your bank. Sometimes the wire transfer between the Social Security Administration and your bank can be slow. And so wait 3 business days. That's the recommendation from the Social Security Administration. And I'm going to take you to their website and show you what they are saying you need to do when your Social Security check goes missing. So there are specific instructions. And it says that if you do not receive your electronic payment on a scheduled date, please contact your financial institution. So that's the first thing the Social Security Administration is asking you to do. They may be experiencing a delay in posting your payment. If you still need to report a late, missing, or stolen Social Security payment, then you can call the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213 or contact your local Social Security office where you have to make an appointment in order to visit your local Social Security office. So the point I'm trying to make is that you need to first make sure that it's not a holiday. If that is not the case, then contact your bank because sometimes there's a problem with the wire from the Social Security Administration. And then if that doesn't work, there are 2 things you need to clear with yourself before you reach out to the Social Security Administration. Number one is did you make a change to your direct deposit recently? If you did, sometimes it takes a little bit for the Social Security Administration to process that direct deposit change, and so it affects benefit payments. Have you changed address recently? If you're receiving paper check which are about to be eliminated, then that will also be a reason why your check did not come in. But since paper checks are about to be eliminated, let's talk about that for those of you who are receiving paper checks. Starting September 30th, 2025, Social Security Administration is going to stop issuing paper checks. So if you've been receiving paper checks, you have 2 options. Option number 1 is to get a bank account with your local bank or credit union and then call the Social Security Administration to get a direct deposit scheduled for you. Now, you can call the Social Security Administration at 1-877-874-63 Actually, this is a government website called Go Direct. So I'm going to show it to you. This is the Go Direct website, and it is where you go to change or sign up for electronic payments for your government benefits payments. And as you can see at the top, they are stopping paper checks. And so if you were receiving paper checks, go get a bank account with your local bank or credit union and then call this number. And I'm going to show you what's happening at the bottom. You can see that you can fill out the form online. You can call 877-874-6347, or you can mail it in. You can print it out, fill it out, and mail it in. So those are your options if you are getting paper checks. Now, if you for some reason cannot qualify for a bank account, and that happens, then the government has another option. It's a prepaid debit card called the Direct Express debit card. That is your other option for receiving federal government payments electronically. And so this is a debit card, a prepaid debit card that is backed by the US government. What that means is that the government is endorsing this card as an alternative for receiving your government benefit payments. Now, the Direct Express debit card is a prepaid card, but it acts like any other regular prepaid card that you can see on the market. The difference is that it comes with very low fees. Yes, prepaid cards have fees just like any other, and the Direct Express card is no different. So first, let's talk about the federal agencies that can get their benefits via the Direct Express debit card. U.S. Coast Guard, Department of Labor, Office of Personnel, including Civil Service Retirement and Civil Service Survivor Benefits, Railroad Retirement Annuity, Social Security Retirement, Survivor and Disability Insurance, and then Supplemental Security Income, DC Pension, and a whole bunch of Veterans Affairs benefits, including Veterans Compensation and Pension, and Veterans Education, MGIB, Veterans Education Selected Service, Reserves, etc., etc. So those are the agencies. Now let's talk about fees. There are fees associated, but there are a lot of services that are free. As you can see the list here, there are so many things that other prepaid debit cards charge for that are free on the Direct Express debit card. Purchases at U.S. merchant locations, cashback with purchase, automatic deposit notification, automatic low balance notification, web account access, ATM balance inquiry, ATM denials if you don't have enough money, customer service calls, cash from bank tellers, card replacement. You get one free replacement a year, and mobile application access and use, and ATM cash withdrawals. You get one free withdrawal with each benefit deposit. So all these things are free. So you can pretty much do a lot of things and not pay a dime in fees with your Direct Express debit card. Now, there are things that cost money like any other prepaid card. So ATM withdrawal outside of the one that you get for free costs 85 cents. Direct Express cash access, 85 cents. Monthly paper statement, if you don't want your electronic statement, you want them to mail it to you, is 75 cents a month. Funds transferred to a bank account. If you move money from your Direct Express debit card to your bank account, it's $1.50. Card replacement, if you use your one free replacement a year and you lose your card and you need an additional card, it is $4 after that. If you want that replacement card expedited to you, it's $13.50. And if you get cash outside the US, you pay $3 plus 3% of the withdrawal amount. And if you make transactions outside of the US, it's 3%. So these are standard. They're not actually that bad. And so that is the Direct Express debit card. Now, another issue that may be a reason why you don't get your Social Security check is overpayment. Now, overpayment is become a big problem, and so let's talk about it so that you are fully aware of what happens. So, Social Security overpayment crisis deepens as Georgia families face steep demands. So, I'm using this as an example for you to see how serious this crisis is. So, let's read this together. David Morgan thought he had closed a painful chapter when his younger brother Dennis died last year after struggling with addiction and mental illness. But months later, the Social Security Administration delivered a devastating news. It claimed that Dennis Morgan had been overpaid more than $20,000 benefits, and he wanted David to pay it all back. Devastating is how David Morgan, a retired MARTA bus driver who had served as his brother's representative payee, recalled getting the news. Like everybody, if you stop somebody's source of income, what can you do? My wife and I could be devastated because we still got bills. David's recent case reflects a nationwide crisis. According to the agency, Social Security made nearly $72 billion in improper payments last year. $72 billion. Most of them overpayments that the agency later seeks to recover through what's known as clawbacks. The fallout is being felt across Georgia. There's somebody else whose case happened where they owe $4,000 to the Social Security agencies. The Social Security Administration is acknowledging that they have brutal collection practices around overpayments. Former Social Security Commissioner Mark Normally acknowledged the severity of the issue during a testimony before the U.S. Senate Committee on August 2024. Through no fault of their own, we overpaid them and then claw back in a rather brutal and summary way 100% of their check. So, what does overpayment mean? It means that in some cases, you were working before your full retirement age and collecting Social Security benefits, and you were supposed to report your income and you did not report it on time, or you reported it, but the Social Security Administration did not adjust your check. And then months or years later, they find out and then they want to come back and get the money that you owe. If you're on Social Security disability and you're doing trial work period and you're making money and you're not reporting it, or you're reporting it but they're not adjusting your income, this also could happen to you. Or you were a representative payee like the other person we talked about, David Morgan, for a family member, and you were getting payments that they think you were being overpaid. They may come back to you even if your family member is dead and gone, and they will try to get the money from you. So Social Security overpayment is a very, very serious thing affecting 3 million people. You heard they paid $72 billion last year in overpayments. That is sloppy. But when it comes to the Social Security, even if it's their mistake, it is still your responsibility. And so they're going to come after you. If you're on Social Security retirement benefits or SSDI, they'll take half of your check until your overpayment is paid off. If you're on SSI, they'll take 10% until it's paid off. Either way, it's not fun. And so if you get an overpayment, number one, don't ignore it. Number two, if you cannot pay it, you can apply for something called a waiver, which is saying that you are in so much financial difficulty, even taking a dime out of your pay will cause you financial challenges. Or you can appeal if you feel it is unfair or they've miscalculated how much you owe, you can appeal. But whatever you do not sit on it. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about regarding Social Security, and if you miss your check or you lose your check, what you need to do. And finally, before I let you go, let's talk about Medicare, because I am on a mission to help 100,000 seniors get peace of mind about Medicare. Why am I doing this? Well, because 90% of all seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan. But here's the thing, you earned your Medicare benefits. But the government is not just going to put you in the best Medicare plan out of the goodness of their heart. They want you to do the work. But here's another kicker. There's 24,000 plans out there. So how do you figure out what is good for you and fits your budget, the prescription drugs you need, the doctor networks you need to be in, and probably the hospital networks that you, in your local area that you go to, that you need to be in your network? And when you look online every day, there's a scary headline about Medicare out there that we're always seeing. Plans are being dropped, hospitals are being dropped, doctors are being dropped. So, my mission is to help you get peace of mind about Medicare. And how do I do that? By educating you, like I'm doing right now, create and share with you important guides that can educate you further and provide you information you need, connect you with the best Medicare resources out there so that you can get the best benefit for you. And that's why we are partnering with Chapter Medicare, the number you see on your screen, because Chapter is not like any other Medicare advisory company. They are not there to sell you anything. They are there to help you find the best plan that meets your needs. And we've sent them over 2,500 of our viewers already. And the feedback has been nothing but overwhelmingly good. Because, as I said, they're not there to sell you anything. They want to be your trusted advisor in your corner, helping you figure this out. There's 24,000 plans out there. How do you know what plan is better for you? So give Chapter a call today, 539-205-2147, or go to askchapter.org/insider. I'll put the link in the comments and in the description to this video. And here's the thing, when you call them, they're going to simply do two things. Number one, are you in the right plan? They're going to look at your plan, and if you are, good, they'll tell you. And then that's it. It doesn't cost you anything. But if you're in the wrong plan, they are going to help you look at your local area and see what are the plans that best meets the needs and the coverage that you want. And then you have the information to make the right and informed decision. So these are the people you'll be talking to when you call them. I pulled this from their website. And they are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, which for me was very important. And there are tons of 5-star reviews that have come back from people we have referred them to that have been very pleased. Now, guys, I've been doing this for 15 years, helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. This is the first time I'm partnering with a Medicare advisory company because a lot of them out there just want to make money off of you, sell you the highest or the most expensive plan because they get a kickback. And the Trump administration recently sued a whole bunch of them because of the kickback issue. And Chapter was not one of them. And that's confirmed. That confirmed for me that we're on the right track by partnering with these guys. So give them a call today, 539-205-2147. You will not regret it. And if you like what you heard today, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video.